the Lizzie Show. I'm so happy that you are here and you chose to listen to this voice and watch this face. Thank you so much. Today is a great day. Why? Because work is finally over. It's a Tuesday. I'm finally out of work and I get to enjoy this little bit of day that is left over from the work that I just put in. Sometimes I work so hard, I feel like my cheeks are gonna fall off my face. You see this color right here? This is not blush. This is not contour. This is my face reaction to hard work. That's right. I'm on the floor in the ICU taking care of patients before 7 a.m. What are you doing at 7 a.m., buddy? Huh? I'm just kidding. I'm joking with you. I don't care what you do. As long as you're not drinking and driving or doing drugs or abusing or, well, there's a ton of things that I wouldn't agree with, but you can't be like me because I love my... Listen, I hope and I wish for you, whoever's watching, okay? I know my favorites. You know I know. You know you're my favorite. I got a few favorites. You're so my favorite that one day you might win big time because you're one of my favorites. I'm very loyal. I don't need thousands of views. No, that's gross. Ugh. I just need a couple of people who are very loyal, no matter what. And then in the end, you're gonna win big time because I don't have any kids and I got money in the bank and it's gotta go somewhere. Maybe it'll go to you. That's right. Right before the end, I'll write you a check. Shh. Hopefully, my boyfriend's not watching this. I'll get life insurance for him. He'll get the cool $1 million. But the money in the bank, I'll leave to a few of you. You know, the ones that are good people. But you gotta make sure that you take care of the animals. Oh, let me tell you something. My home right now, do you know what my home is becoming? It's becoming a cat animal sanctuary. It started off with Milo. Then we had another cat show up yesterday, an orange cat. I thought it was a boy. And it turns out that after feeding her 20 cans of cat food, she was starving. I found that it was a girl. I was able to get my hands and like pet her. Orange, oh so beautiful, my favorite color. Orange, creamsicle. She was like this, she was like, you know how cats are. But then I got some food on her head and I'm like, oh, let me get that. And eventually I was able to get the food off her head and I was like patting her. And then I looked and I was like, oh, it's a girl. And usually orange cats are not girls. She's a girl. So what do? I'm already working on Milo, who's like the sweetest, most precious, kindest soul that I've ever encountered. Honestly. I mean, it's almost like a Disney cartoon came to life in Milo. And I'm like, he's so sweet. And I'm already working on getting him into the house. Yesterday, a little bit. He got into the house a little bit. He crept in, but little mama was hissing. So he went back out. Now, I called the Humane Society and I said, hi, hello Humane Society. Do you have room for a cat? No, we have no room. Give us your number. We got no room. You got no room? Really? So what are we supposed to do? Just let these cats, you know, grow up on the street, get hit by a car, get pregnant, create more cats that don't have a home? You know what needs to happen? We need more shelters. And I keep thinking to myself, how, and is it possible, can we create more no-kill shelters for cats and dogs? Because, like I said before, do they have any control over the fact that they were born? Did they say, I want to be born into a world starving with no home, fleas, and I can't get fixed, and now I'm having more life, and the cycle continues? We really, honestly, I don't know why we're spending so much money on unnecessary things like the Hadron Collider, where we're having two particles hit. We need to be spending money on the things that already exist. We need to stop trying to make black holes in the universe. In Sweden with the Hadron Collider, Hadron Collider. Such a waste. We're wasting money. These cats are on the street. I can only bring in so many cats in my house, in my rental house. Okay? I have my basement with the gym in it, have a second floor and a third floor, but guess what? Little mama thinks that whole house is her house. Very territorial. And I watched the whole video of how to get cats to come together and get along. You can't believe all the steps it takes to get two cats to get along. I mean, by step 5, they're already like 20 years old. And then they have dementia. So many steps. Oh, and then open the door a little bit and have them stick their paw out. Oh, and get them to smell each other a little bit here, a little bit there. Oh, have them have different rooms and different rooms. My cat has every room. What different rooms? I don't know. But there needs to be a solution to this problem because there's not enough shelters for these homeless cats. And this one orange cat, which I don't have a name for her, I could actually capture her and bring her to a shelter. She's workable. Like, I could work with her. I already got my hands on her. Do you know what I mean? I already got my hands on her. I already got her used to the human touch. Once you get them used to the human touch, you know, they start like warming up. I also gave her so much food, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, I just kept opening and she just wouldn't stop eating. Don't get mad at me. Don't tell me to stop feeding. What am I supposed to do? She was thin. She made Milo look like a bear. Made him look huge. And he's not huge. He's like, you know, good size. I don't even know how old he is. I gotta wait till November 14th till I get him into the vet. To get his balls cut off. Too bad the squirrels can't do it for free. Get those nuts. Because I don't want those 2 nuts in my house. You know what I'm saying? Once cats start spraying, that's it. The worst smell on earth. Also, little mama, she's 6.5 years old. She's fixed. She probably smells the pheromones of Milo. So now it's so hot. I can't even sit outside with my golden drink and talk to you guys later. I want to tell you something. This is a new tradition that I'm just going to keep doing because I'm going to be completely honest. I really enjoy this little group. This little group is like so nice, so lovely, and so fulfilling. Less is more. Less is more. Less is more. It's more. I don't need millions or hundreds of thousands. Ugh, gross, too much, overwhelming. It's like too much of anything is no good. It like messes with your head. So it's better to keep it nice and small, not think you're too special. You know, I already love myself so much. I don't want to overly love myself. No, listen, here's another message. You better love yourself. Love yourself because your existence is a miracle and you're not a homeless cat on the street. And the winner is you. You are the winner. You. Tell everybody how you doing. I'm doing great because I'm on my way home and I get to work out and I get to see what Milo's up to. It's so hot. I think it's worse. What do you think is worse for cats? The heat or the cold? The hot or the cold? Oh, by the way, I don't know if I already mentioned this, but it is so hot out today that it's like unbelievable. Like you wait all summer for it to get cool. They give you a few cool days. You go out, you buy yourself some new throw blankets. You're comfortable, you're cozy. You're drinking your coffee in the morning, watching about the end of the world, Notre Dame, and then you're hot, you're sweating, disgusting. I'm like, I can't even enjoy sitting here drinking my hot cup of coffee. I'm like drenched. I turned the air conditioning on. That's right. Let me say something. There's two kinds of people. people who are always hot, people who are always cold. Me, I don't think I ever turn my heater on. Swear to God. I do have, they're like little townhouses that have two old ladies on the side of me. I think as soon as it hits 60 degrees, they turn the heat on. But I don't turn the heat on. I get the heat from them. It goes through the vents. But it really has to get like in the negatives, like maybe 20 and below, I'll turn it on. And when I turn my heat on, it's kind of like an air conditioner because it's turned on to 65, 68. Yeah, I don't want to be hot. I want to be cool. I want to feel cozy. I feel like I'm seeing something in the street here. What is that? Oh, is it a leaf? Oh my God. You know, when you're driving on these roads, you don't know. Like sometimes I see, they're like, what do you call them? Chipmunks. Yeah, chipmunks. And I'm like, go, go, go. Squirrel. Go, go, go. And then I look and I'm like, oh, thank God. Go, go, go. Yes, yes, yes. I'm always rooting for the animals because my belief is we're all animals and we're all rooting for each other. Stop at the stop sign. It's a stop sign. Gotta stop. Nobody's here. Keep going. Life. It's all about going to work and going home. Going to work and going home. Going to work and going home. Getting stressed out at work. Going home. Coming back. I mean, it's like a never-ending cycle. But, hence, that is life. All life has some level of discomfort and stress. There's no way around it. You just have to find a way to deal with the fact that we sacrifice most of our life to make a living, to pay for our comfort. You don't need to be comfortable. You could live in a tent in some part of unclaimed land in like Nevada. It would be hot. You might get bit by a tarantula, but you would be free, right? I know there's a piece of land where people live free and they don't have any electricity and they live off the grid. But I like the comfort of air conditioning. I like the comfort of technology. But then at the same time, you give up a lot of time, no matter what, for all these luxuries. Huh? I mean, it's not like I'm going to make almond milk in my backyard. It's not like I'm going to grow oatmeal in my backyard, right? I mean, you really, to be a prepper, to prep, you see these preppers? Anyone here prepping? Are you prepping for the end of the world? You know, because there's many reasons to prep. There's a solar flare. A solar flare so powerful that now we have no electricity. For years, that would be the worst. Are you prepped? I'm not prepped. I got a few can of beans. How far is that gonna get me? We got another one. There can be a cyber attack where all that stuff is down. Computers, we're so dependent on computers and passwords and getting money. That's bad. Not as bad as the solar flare. Let's do another one. Ooh, I know. A meteor hitting Earth. Now, if the meteor hits Earth, I hope it hits directly on me because I do not want to starve to death. I don't want to be in the outskirts of it. Same with a nuke, just fall right on my head because I don't want to starve to death. Actually, I should take that back. Erase, re-record. Let's get rid of all the nukes. Let's get rid of all the bombs. And let's open up cat shelters and dog shelters and take care of the animals. Someone's watching. Is anyone watching? Who's watching? Who's listening to the thoughts in my head? Who's listening to the thoughts in your head? Is anyone listening? Does anyone care? Is there a God? Is there a higher being? What is the purpose of all of this? The purpose is eating. Because when you're starving, that is the worst pain ever. There. I gave you a little bit of information about the meaning of life. So once you're fed, you feel good. Then you need shelter, you feel even better. Then you have air conditioning and television and things to watch. Wow, life is good. Now you're bored. You need dreams, you need goals, you need aspirations. Because without them, you have nothing to do. What do you like to do? What do you Free time! Do you have free time? What's your free time like? Is your free time after work? Is your free time on the weekends? Stop sign, stop sign. Here's where I see my cows. Woo! Woo! Look at my little cows. They're so cute. I wish I could get out of the car and say, how you doing? They have no awareness of me, but I have an awareness of them. So what do you think? You think I'm gonna find Milo tonight? It's like 80 degrees out. I don't know. I think we're connected with our souls. Oh, I hope he's there tonight. It's hot. I might bring him in. I'll just get another litter box. I mean, we have 3 levels. I'm sure there's people who integrate with less room than we have. I just hate leaving them outside. It like hurts my heart. If anybody wants an orange cat that's a girl, let me know. I'll ship her to you. I'll pay you to take her. I'll pay you a couple of $100 if you take her. Why is this person in the middle of the road? Really? Unbelievable. You almost saw me die. And then I'd meet my master and question him about everything. I'd say, why are there not more animal shelters? I'm going home. I'm going home. Finally, I'm going home. So, Halloween's on Thursday. Are you excited for Halloween? Are you getting dressed up? I think I might put a costume on, do a little video. I have my costume in the trunk of the car. Yeah, I was a gorilla last year. I might gorilla it up today. I mean, on Halloween. I'm tired. I didn't wake up at 4:30 this morning. I woke up at 4:20. This little mama, she's a big girl. She's plump. She's like a pork chop. Pork chop little mama. And she jumps on the bed. And she pretends like she's going to sleep. No, she's not going to sleep. She's going to look for different positions until she jumps off the bed. Boom! And then she's like, meow. And I'm like, it's time to wake up. And sweat my you-know-what up. Because it's 80 degrees out at the end of October. October 29th, 2024. Just think, what were they doing in 1924? None of this? None of this. Another stop sign. Oh, and then this thing. Little cat toy. Maybe Milo would like this. I was listening to a podcast this morning. And I think you know which podcast I was listening to. Because everyone's talking about it. I was listening to the first part of Joe Rogan and Donald Trump. It's very good to listen to a podcast on the way to work because it's so boring sometimes when you're driving the same drive. It was very interesting. Joe was asking him questions about like how it felt to be in the White House when he first became president, and he was describing seeing President Lincoln, his room, and how everything is preserved the way it was, and how there's a huge bed because he was 6'6", and also how President Lincoln was very depressed and his wife was more depressed, and they lost their son, and there's a picture of their son there. It was good. It's they were talking about more than just that. Very entertaining. I think I'm 40 minutes in. I'll listen to more on the way to work in the morning again. But in the morning it's dark, so I can't do videos. It's pitch black. Which, are you ready for it to get blacker out? Because we're gonna what? Lose an hour, gain an hour, lose an hour, I don't know. Like right now, instead of being 3 o'clock, it's gonna be 4 o'clock. Is that right? No, it's gonna be 2 o'clock. I don't know. It's gonna be something where we lose the sun. Why do they not change this stupid law? I know there's certain places they don't do it. Hawaii, Arizona, but who the hell wants to live in Arizona? Unless you like the blazing heat and scorpions. If you live in Arizona, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for you. It's an awful place to live. Ugh, the desert. Who wants to live in the desert? You know what made Arizona a popular place to live? As soon as they started mass producing air conditioners in 1945. Oh, you love Arizona? Oh, you love the weather? Yeah, you love it because you have an air conditioner. You wouldn't love it if you didn't have an air conditioner. I want to see no air conditioner, how much you're going to love it. Please. It's like asphalt. There's no trees. All it is asphalt. It's just nothing but road and concrete. Ugh. And cactuses. Who dreams of getting pricked by a cactus? Who wants cactuses? Oh, I know. I want to live in a place where I might see a snake, a scorpion. I got roaches too. No, thank you. It's not worth the blazing sun. I need a change of seasons. I need some cool air. I need to get cold. Alright? Freeze me up and bring me back 1,000 years from now. Cryogenics! Cryogenics! You think I'm crazy? I don't care. This is a long, boring drive home. On the way, I listen to Joe Rogan. Not just Joe Rogan. I listen to other podcasts. Like, I'll listen to Lex Friedman. Sometimes he's a little bit too flat. It depends on his guest. Then I'll listen. Then there's another guy called Diary of a CEO. He's from England. And same thing, you know, he's not my favorite, but I like his guests. But I do notice that with every podcast, they all tend to have the same guests over and over again. Do you know what I mean? Like, the same people, the top podcasts have the top people show up. So you're hearing the same people discuss the same topic, but on a different podcast. And you know they pay them big money. They pay them big money to be on those podcasts and have discussions. If I knew of anybody, I'd have a podcast too. But I'd have to have big money to have them sit and talk to me. You need money and you need a nice setup. And I don't know, you want me to talk to regular people? Regular people, you ask them a question, they're like, I don't know. A lot of people just don't know. That's why we listen to these podcasts, because none of us know. We have to listen to podcasts with people who are experts on everything. An expert on outer space, an expert on consciousness, an expert about the body, an expert about relationships. Everybody's an expert about something. An expert about keto, an expert about vegetarianism, an expert about how to live your best life. You know? Everybody's an expert. We don't know anything. That's why we listen, right? If only I'd pick up a book. But because I'm so addicted to technology and watching stuff, I don't read books. I've read one good book, and that's it. But I am jealous of people who read. I'm like, ooh, I wish I could read. If you give me something good to read, I'll read it. I like to read a lot of conspiracy things. I actually got the Alex Jones book, and I also got the book by Anthony Fauci. I got the book by Anthony Fauci because he was on Joe Rogan. And he was talking about vaccines, right? And I was like, ooh, this is intriguing. But the book, it's very good, but it's not written like a real book. It just kind of gives like statistics throughout the whole thing. And here I am, so excited. I got my shiny new book. And then it just sits there as proof, like I read a book. If someone walks into the room, I always make sure to have a book out so they think I'm reading a book, not looking on my phone. I want to look smart. I'm like, I don't want them to think I'm a loser. I'm looking at my phone. No. I'm reading out Anthony Fauci. I'm reading about Alex Jones. Oh, what is that book about? You wouldn't get it. You wouldn't get it. Excuse me, can you go? It's my lunch break and I'm reading. I'm reading on my lunch break. Yeah, right. All right, well, this video is for you. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. Many more to come. I hope you live at least another 80 years. That sounds like a good amount, right? Oh, there's a truck coming. Let the trucks go first. Let the trucks go first. Show respect to our truck drivers. Let the trucks go first. All right. You all have a great day, night, life. Happy birthday if it's your birthday. And I'll see you tomorrow. I might see you tonight. but I'm not sure. It might be too hot to sit in that chair and do a video. But I'll definitely show you Milo. He better show up. Have a great day. Goodbye.